Hey guys, Cosmos here from DolyGames, and here I am in Boom Beach on my lovely island base, and I have loaded up all my riflemen in the boats. Nowadays I'm here now level 47, and I'm doing a really good compared to the previous videos that you saw. I've already advanced a lot, so I thought I'd make another video here. What I'm doing now is focusing on offense, so I'm getting this boat up right here, trying to get that to 24 and focusing more on tanks strategy, but I have also my riflemen as kind of a backup strategy. And there are cases where tanks just can't win, and then I switch to riflemen, and or maybe it's just more efficient with riflemen. So what I want to go with, and also just now I finished the upgrade for level 18 of barrage, so that's going to be good news. It's 8.9 thousand damage, and afterwards I'll be working on upgrading the artillery because that's a little bit behind. Rifleman level is currently 17, and it'll stay 17 for a while now. I'll get the artillery first upgrades, and then the riflemen, but they are pretty good level for me, so we're gonna have some fun. And with that, what I want to do is I have here this resource base, which I saw, which was very difficult to do with tanks because there are just too many cannons. And when you have too many cannons, then riflemen are much better, because the boom cannons shoot very slow and riflemen are very fast, and there are very many. I have 159 riflemen in those boats all ready for some fighting. Also, these cannons, they don't shoot too fast, so boom cannons shoot very slow, so those I'm not afraid of at all. The dangers for riflemen, even the machine guns are not so dangerous, but what is dangerous is rocket launchers, and very dangerous are the mortars and flamethrowers. Mortars are very dangerous because they can one shoot like a whole pack of riflemen. Here you see it says damage per second 80, but actually because they shoot very slow, I don't know the exact number, let's say one shot every 3 seconds, then you have to multiply this 80 by 3, then it's more like 240 damage, and that's significant because it hits everybody in the pack. So I'll be looking for, and the reason I saw this base also is because it has no additional increases to the health of the defenses, which makes it that much easier. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to kill this rocket launcher with barrage and artillery, and then I wanted to land in this corner right here, and just run up to the right side and just start clearing out through these machine guns, these cannons, these boom cannons, sniper towers, and then once by the time I come here, I can shock this flamethrower, or maybe use some more barrage or something like that. Like I said, mostly I'm afraid of this mortar, so that's a possibility to kill this one. But also that's just one tower, whereas here there is a very nice pack of 4, and I could actually kill all 4 of these towers just by shooting in the center, and they have the highest 9,900 health, which means 3 artillery shots will kill all 4 towers. So I will definitely do that instead of killing this one. And this one I'm not sure how I'll handle, maybe with a shock tower, because also the machine guns I don't want to close up. So let's do it and see how it comes out. I hope I win, but even if I lose, it's still good fun. And even if I win, I think he will take it back, because you see here he is level I think that, I'm not sure if that's his level 60, but what I'm sure is that the 696 medallions on the top left, that's his medallion, so that means that he is stronger than me. So he will try to take back this base, but let's have some fun. So first up, this one has 11,800 health, and now with my upgraded barrage, I could do 1 barrage and 1 artillery. 3 artilleries are going to come here. I am not boosted at all, So I'm not gonna use a boost for these. So you see my statues. I have a troop health 32, troop damage 23. I'm not gonna boost them. I have 4 resource reward statues and 2 gunboat energies, and that's how I like it. So I'm not very offense oriented in terms of power-ups, but when I do take something, I take a lot of resources, and that's what I like. Let's see, there's a new village over here. I'm not gathering up good villages because to take them all at once, because this one right here costs 3.6 million of all resources to upgrade, so I'm waiting to do that. So with all that explanation presentation, let's jump into Feng Wuji's resource base and get going, and let's see how much energy I'll have after those things. So let's go attack. And first up, gonna zoom in on this rocket launcher right here and already shoot an artillery right in the middle. Perfect. 3 artilleries will come here, 1, 2, and 3. Awesome. So those 3 out. I still have 50 energy, so actually I will take down this rocket launcher. And artillery, hopefully. Yep. 26 left. I'll keep those, I think, for shocking the enemy towers. So let's unload and have some fun. Here we go. I'll shock it right here because this is a very dangerous place for the mortar to do damage to me. As you see, all my riflemen are in a very big pack. So I'm letting them get killed actually. And now maneuvering to the right, healing. And this is where the boom cannons are not effective at all. 1, 2, 3. I need a 3rd shot to take down that pack of cannons. They go out. We can shock these, not to lose riflemen. And a very easy win actually. Worked out really well. And it's an iron resource base, so it's very good for me. We got a victory. 7,000 is not much. 62 riflemen lost. And we got a bunch of tower upgrades and a new sniper defense tower. Now something a lot of people either don't know or are too lazy to do is once they capture a resource base, you have to try to do your best so that it's not taken back from you. So one of the things is, of course, immediately my building health upgrades will work. So now you see instead of 9,900, the cannon will have additional 2.7 thousand health, and also it'll be doing more damage. So that applies to all the towers. Same for rocket launcher, an additional 3.3 thousand health and more damage. But I also really don't like the way this base is set up, and that's what I mean. Either people don't know or they're too lazy to rearrange the whole base, and that's something I like to do, and let's do that right now. And then I'll also explain my preferences. I like to put a flamethrower right in the center where possible, because that can burn enemies straight away. But it depends how many flamethrowers you have. 1 or 2 you really want to have near the headquarters or the outpost in this case, because if there's a warrior rush, you want some flamethrowers there. So in this case there are 3, so I can sacrifice 1 to get it right there. And then what I like to do is put the cannons right on the front, because and then 1 step back. The reason for the 1 step back is if tanks are landed over here in this zone, then they will and let's move the machine gun here. Then basically you see the machine gun and the flamethrower are closer, so they will target these 2 and not the cannon, and then the cannon can kill the tanks very well. So that's what I like to do. So I'm gonna, and always I try to keep at least one space between the towers. Otherwise, you saw how easy I could take down those 4 packs of towers. Also, putting cannons on the side is not a bad idea at all, because they will shoot whatever is kind of on this area, and it could be that he lands the troops here and then he runs over to the left, but still the cannon will hit the ones which are behind. So that is still good to do. So let's do that also on the other side. Mortars are probably one of the worst. Let's say they're pretty useless against tanks, and they don't dish out enough damage fast enough to be on the beachfront. So what I want to do is probably put this machine gun right here, and then only put the cannon. So now we got 4 cannons covering the beach, and we're gonna move this away. We'll place that later, and we'll move that away as well. And he can't, and in order to prevent the enemy from killing these cannons with barrages artillery or shocking them, what you want to do is you want to put the boom cannons right behind them, forcing him to spend his energy on the boom cannons, because that way, and you want to space them out quite well, so that the barrages don't hurt them. So if they do 1 barrage, it hurts all around the cannon, but try to keep at least 2 spaces, if possible, between those, not for them to get hurt from barrages. So I'll put that all around, and this makes it extremely difficult for anybody with tanks. The thing is, I don't know what kind of army he has, so it's very difficult for me to guess the right build against him. But so I have to protect against all different kind of strategies. Sniper tower will go into this corner. Here also I'd ideally like to put a tower, so I will move this up. So there's going to be a sniper. So now you see we'll have 5 boom cannons covering the beachfront as well, kind of forcing him to spend energy on those. He could shock these 4 towers, for example, but if he does that, he will still get shot by 1, 2, 3 cannons and the boom cannons over here. So it's a very difficult. I'm trying to make it very difficult for him or anybody else to take this base. Now the rocket launcher is something else that people like to destroy, and in this case I can try to, at least for now, put it on the left side, because that way he's covering the whole beach practically, and also he'll be covering the outpost. We can move it later if needed. And we still have a lot of towers, so let's get to placing them. The mortars I'll try to put on the back here, because they're not super useful, but from really weird angles against like Zukas, they can hit and kill them quite well. So I'll put 2 here on the side and 1 more here. The boom cannon will come closer, so they're having like a lot of boom cannons in a row. The other boom cannon will come in the center. This iron mine is really disturbing. We're gonna put him on that side. Rocket launcher also keeping that spacing so that it costs him a lot of energy, so that he can't use the same barrage to kill several towers at once. And now we have a pretty solid offense for sure against tanks onto the beachfront, and that's very, very difficult to break. So next what we want to do is try to defend against whatever warrior attacks that might be coming. And for warriors, we try to keep as many of these boom cannons in range of the outpost. So let's make some space here to I'm just randomly moving the towers to decide where the outpost should stand. The sniper towers have a very large range, so they don't have to be near. So definitely this tower has to be in range, and this is kind of perfect. It's even okay that it's a bit further away. You don't have to kill all the warriors. Even if you kill half of them, they will already die from the nearer towers when the shock releases the nearer towers. This one in range, this one in range, this one not. So I might consider moving him one box closer. At least he'll get the ones which are on the edge. This one is too far for sure, and this one is in range. So I will actually move it one more box closer so that he can pick up more warriors in case it's needed. Rocket launchers, of course, they are in range, so I'm not even thinking about that. So next up, if he shocks the center and somehow tries to break through, then I of course want to have strong towers there. But if I would put a cannon here, for example, then or here like that, then you see he only reaches this cannon in his range, and that's not too good. Whereas a sniper tower, for example, would reach further, so he'll be able to do more damage, and then the cannons can be closer to the outpost. So again, don't be too close to the boom cannons, because they will probably receive barrages. So be careful about that. And what you also want to do is you want to hide the cannons behind other things, because if they can't reach the cannons would do a really good job at killing heavies or warriors or tanks as well. So if tanks would come, let's say from the side of this rocket launcher, and somehow all of this would be destroyed, they would still first attack the sniper tower, while the cannon will have a chance to get a couple of shots off. And only a couple of shots is all you really need. Let's get this other cannon over here. And now here it's more tight, of course, because I'm not worried too much. And for the flamethrowers, I'll put them in such a way also that they can kill the warriors. And we have one more mortar which can go over here, and also in range of the outpost. Now with this done, I'm happy if there's a tank attack. Oh sorry, I still have these guys to allocate. So let's move this one away still. One here, one here, this one here, and the mortar, I'm not 100% sure where. Let it be. It's wherever you're weak you need to put towers. So this way I'm pretty confident against let's say a tank attack, even the heavy and Zuka attack, but I'm not confident against a warrior attack, because they will just smoke through and run over to the outpost. There are only 2 flamethrowers, and these 4 towers can be shocked with 1 shock, and these 4 towers with the other shock, and then there's only 2 towers, and of course the boom cannons. But the boom cannons shoot very slowly, and they'll be able to take down the outpost. So I would say this is not a very good job. So instead what I will do is I need to release some more things that can kill warriors. So I'm going to release 2 of these machine guns from the corners, and place mortar here on the right side, just to absorb damage. The real killer will be the cannon. And on this side I will also bring in possibly a mortar, or switch. No, I'll switch in with the sniper tower. So sniper tower can be in front, and mortar doing damage from the back. Here I don't have a choice to do the same, so the mortar will be the one absorbing damage, and they have good health, so that's okay. Now on this side I want to put now the two machine guns that I brought in. And the machine guns, they do better damage when they are really face to face with the enemy. So it's better to have the machine guns right very close, and the flamethrowers can be a little bit further. So that's a better defense. It's not awesome, but it's better. Just you now have 4 towers which will be shooting right very closely to the warriors. You have cannons which are in range, you have 4 snipers which are in range, 2 rocket launchers in range, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 boom cannons which are in range. So that's also a lot of things in range for the outpost, but still I think the weakest, the best way to take this over would be with a warrior attack, because they will still be able to block off a couple of towers which are near, and then if they're high level enough they can kill this by the time the boom cannons shoot and reload. But that's the best I can do, I think, for now. And I think that's pretty good, and we'll see if I'll see later if this this person will be able to take attack it back and take it. So, and don't forget to change or to of course recruit. You can do one click of course to recruit them all, but I will be attacking something else, so I'm going to be switching to tanks. It'll be 2 tanks per each boat, and then I'll have also 3 boats of medics, and that's usually how I run, because that's also very efficient for gold, for making a lot of gold, because tanks, if you play well with tanks and medics, you don't lose anything, so you don't have to pay recruitment. But of course if you do lose, you pay a lot, and you have to wait a very long time. You see, for 2 tanks it's 1 hour 11 minutes for training them. So so that's gonna work on that. And something else that we can have a quick look at is wanted to share with you a very high level grenadier attack. And for that I have here a home base raided and defended, and a home base raided successfully. And I saw that this player has level 10 grenadiers, and that's really rare, and the only way to do that is that he has spent money on it, because you see I have level 2 grenadier and I can go to level 3 with my armory level 17, and he already has level 10, which means he's just bought it directly with the diamonds. The diamonds I have are actually all gotten for free over time. So what I wanted to show you is quickly with what am I doing with the review of the battle. The first one he messed up. I don't know if he was like drunk or something, so I'll speed it up to 2 times or 4 times. He spent his energy killing off the boom cannons here and the shock launcher, and he totally forgot or didn't pay attention to these 2 boom cannons, which is funny. And then he unloads the grenadiers, who are focusing all their energy on flamethrower, and this very low level boom cannon just takes them out one at a time. It's really hilarious. He got angry, 1 artillery took it out. Of course he should have done that in the beginning. Also 2 tanks he sent against the boom cannon here. You see I've protected it with a gold storage, so tanks were attacking the gold storage and boom cannon was attacking the tanks. So all in all, very quickly he lost everything, which was not very smart, but maybe he was drunk at the time. But he went and he reloaded his troops, and he did a proper job now, and he brought in more tanks. Before he had 2, now he's brought 6 tanks of level 15, which is quite high. Also level 11 medics, and he's brought 12 grenadiers, and this time he cleaned my base. But you have to bear in mind that he has very high artillery and barrage, so he's 1-2 shotting my boom cannons. Let's do double the speed so to see it faster. And then when he unloads, you'll see what a big mess the grenadiers make. Here come the tanks and the grenadiers. Let's watch it at double the speed. I still think they are really inefficient as troops. They just make a big mess. One dies right here from a boom mine. The tanks are absorbing the damage in the front, while the grenadiers have a little bit longer range, so they are shooting from behind the tanks normally. He's still not playing very efficiently, but I think that's because he knows he's too strong, so he's not bothering to do it super correct. You see the grenadiers are just tossing very powerful grenades at level 10 on all the base buildings, further than their range even, and tanks are cleaning up anything up front, with medics healing everything behind. So absolute cleanup, full cleanup of the base. 7 seconds left, 1 second, and he destroys the base. So that was good fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video with the conquering of the resource base and the explanation of the setup of the base. There are of course different bases, different setups. I can show very quickly. This one, for example, is with a ton of boom cannons and flamethrowers. There is one, I think, on this side with not that one I think, with ton of flamethrowers. Let me find it. It's one of these. So there are lots of different setups. It's a very difficult one to take as well. Here you see is just flamethrowers and mortars. Massive. I already took this 2-3 times. He took it back, so it's just back and forth, but ultimately he is stronger, so I won't be able to take that and keep it. You can always take it, but you have to also keep in mind if you can keep it or not versus that enemy. And if you know you can't keep it, maybe don't waste your resources. So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this Boom Beach video with strategy, gameplay, and tips. And if you did, please do click on like and subscribe below the video. And thanks for watching. And check out also all the links in the description below the video with my main site DolyGames.com, and everything else that's important is in the description. Thanks for watching and have a very nice day.